So you wanna be a picture book writer, then you gotta write picture books.
Hi, everyone. I'm Julie Hedlund, founder of the 12 by 12 Picture Book Writing Challenge. For several weeks, we've been talking about layers in picture books and how important they are because even though they're short, they still need to have depth. If you haven't gotten our free guide to the top 10 layers in picture books yet, you can grab it at 12by12challenge.com/layers. Completely free, and it will give you all 10 with more insight into each one and a little bit about how they work together. Today, we're going to be talking about pacing. And pacing is really the rhythm, the tempo of your book. Remember back to our Freytag's pyramid from the structure level. And even if you're not using the 3x structure, there's still an arc or some kind of rising tension. But the thing is, you don't have the same exact kind of words that lead to the first incident and then the second one. You're going to have some variety in how the story is moving, both in terms of the language and the illustration. The biggest tool that you have in pacing is the page turn. That's where all the drama lives. I learned so much about page turns from Mac Barnett way back at the very first Picture Book Summit that we had in 2015. I'm going to use one of his books, illustrated by John Klassen, The Wolf, the Duck, and the Mouse, to talk about pacing. We can talk about lots of things about pacing. But what I want you to think about when you're pacing your books is what is happening off the page. Because what is off the page shouldn't be on the page. And what I mean by that is one of the mistakes I see fairly often in people's manuscripts is over describing because they feel like they have to tell you everything that happens from point A to point B. But in picture books, a lot can happen off the page, and the page turn takes care of it. You don't have to say it all. And there's a great example in this book, and it's right at the beginning. Early one morning, a mouse met a wolf. Page turn. And he was quickly gobbled up. We don't see the mouse getting eaten up. We don't see the mouse being afraid. We don't see the wolf thinking, ooh, here's a nice snack for me. It's just a mouse met a wolf. Boom, he got swallowed up. And we trust the reader to know that a lot of stuff happened in between that we're not seeing. When you write everything that happens, first of all, your word count goes up very quickly, but also it really makes it hard to control the tempo and the rhythm of your story. In this book, we have this fact. A mouse met a wolf, got gobbled up. Boom, boom. We've turned pages. But the next page, we get slowed down. "Oh, whoa," said the mouse. "Oh, me, here I am, caught in the belly of the beast. I fear this is the end." "Be quiet," someone shouted. "I'm trying to sleep." "Who's there?" the mouse shrieked. This is brilliant because now the mouse is inside the wolf and we've slowed down. So we are starting to get a greater sense of where this story is going. And we know now by the time we get to the end of the text here that there is another character inside the wolf's belly. Of course, we want to turn the page and find out who that is. That is pacing. And that's all up to you in terms of how you, both with the language and the illustrations and the page turns, will determine how fast or how slow the reader is going through the book, as well as how the emotion hit. We talked about heart last time. A lot of that has to do with the page turns because the drama will create a lot of those heart moments. If you don't have the guide yet, go to 12by12challenge.com/layers. We'll be back next time talking about the language layer. Ciao for now.
You're amazing, exciting. Look out, 'cause you're writing 12 by 12.
12 manuscripts.
12 by 12.
12 picture books.
12 by 12.